Jezebel was a Phoenician princess, later the wife of King Ahab of Israel. She was the symbol of promiscuity, harsh ruling, evil intent, and just like Cleopatra, Jezebel's story is one of feminism, matriarchal authority, vanity, and ultimately the fall of a nation. In a time when political alliances were bound by matrimony, King Ahab sought to create a pact with the neighboring Syrian kingdom and marry the king's daughter. Jezebel became the wife of Ahab, the seventh king of Israel, who was the daughter of Baal, the king of the Syrian Empire. Almost immediately after her marriage with him, she tries to introduce her own god Baal, a god sometimes called Baal, who was supreme among the Canaanites, worshipped in many forms, but often as a sun god or storm god. He was the fertility god who supposedly made the earth bear crops and women bear children. And Baal's rites involved in the worship, including cult prostitution and sometimes human sacrifice. Jezebel urged to her husband its practice throughout his kingdom immediately. According to the Talmud, each day, Jezebel would contribute her husband's weight in gold to promote the practice, which was sabotaging the inner peace and symmetry of the world through sexual deviance and immoral activities. To advance her aspirations, Jezebel installed immodest imagery of the royal carriage of her husband, King Ahab. Her citizens' displeasure came to a critical point when, at their expense, she brought 800 Baal prophets to Israel and ordered the murder of several Yahweh prophets. At this moment, Elijah, a Jewish prophet, appeared. According to the biblical book of Kings, Elijah gave a prophecy that terrible drought will come upon Israel. Jezebel was very conniving. The man Naboth refused to sell his vineyard to greedy Ahab, and Jezebel arranged to have false charges brought against Naboth, which resulted in his death. When Ahab went to take possession of the vineyard, Elijah was there with a message from God. I am going to bring disaster on you. I will consume your descendants and cut off from Ahab every last man in Israel, slave or free, because you have provoked me to anger and Israel to sin. And also concerning Jezebel, the Lord says, dogs will devour Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. Shortly after, Ahab was killed in a battle. 12 years later, a prophet of the Lord anointed Jehu with the following charge. You are to destroy the house of Ahab your master, and I will avenge the blood of my servants, the prophets, and the blood of all the Lord's servants shed by Jezebel. Jehu went on to wipe out Ahab's descendants, including Jezebel's son Joram. As the Lord had predicted through Elijah, Jezebel met a grisly end. Jehu went to the royal residence of Jezreel and found the queen mother with her eyes and face painted and hair nicely arranged looking out the palace window. Jehu ordered to throw her out the window. Jehu went in and ate and drank. Take care of that cursed woman, he said, and bury her, for she was a king's daughter. But when they went out to bury her, they found nothing except her skull, her feet, and her hands. They went back and told Jehu, who said, This is the word of the Lord, and that he spoke through this servant Elijah. On the plot of ground at Jezreel, dogs would devour Jezebel's flesh. A tragic ending for the woman Jezebel. But Jezebel was known as a selfish, deceitful, manipulative, and immoral woman. She refused to worship the one true God of Israel, leading the entire country astray. Her name became so associated with wickedness and false prophetess that even one church from the 7 churches of Revelation was labeled Jezebel. Now, when women receive power, they can become corrupt. But when women have absolute power, they corrupt absolutely. The Jezebel term is used amongst modern times for women of wickedness, adultery, and manipulation, a biblical story that we can see truth in on the societal problems in marriage, relationships, and overall. the false hierarchy of a woman who rules over men in the kingdom of what now we would consider the home. The worship of vanity, sexual liberalism, adultery was punished in the eyes of the Lord. The degradation of the civilization through such worship. Baal was a false god that is spirited amongst many of the modern women with their values of promiscuity, hatred, false claims, and a desire of full control. It is shown that feminism has played a big part in the rise of the false worship and the fall of the submissive values. The belief that women should have the power to destroy whatever they desire that doesn't fit their agenda. It is the complete use of this power to overrule with puppeteering men from their natural authoritative place with the expectation that they can do it better than any man could. They have this promotion of sexual liberation with the sacrifice of their very own children, the human sacrifice given to Baal, the advocation for killing off offspring just to continue the existing praise of themselves and wealth. With inflated egos from masks they wear and provocative clothing, ready to seduce any other victim to continue the cycle. They place many false claims on men to destroy their lives and reputations. Such has been used to even create feminized policies where men will be guilty before even proven innocent. The Believe All Women campaign that possibly generated more false accusations than ever before, with the sisterhood remains to keep it valid. This is the turnout of society, the Jezebel ruling in our communities, the modern worship of the false god. Now what's to come is that we all should be aware of the punishment that casts on a society such as this, that women will all suffer in the end from falling far from grace and worshiping such false gods. Now the punishment might not be the killer dogs that's casted upon them, but it might be the only species left that they have to choose to reside with. But what do y'all think? Don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe to my channel. Click all notifications to alert you for all my new videos. If you like historical content, drop a recommendation below. And as always, I thank you all for watching.